talk about rock legends, certain names always come up. Freddie Mercury, Robert Plant, Steven Tyler. But what about the voices that never got the spotlight they truly deserved? Welcome back to Retro Chart. This is for the vocalists who were just as powerful, just as emotional, and just as game-changing, yet somehow stayed under the radar. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 most underrated rock vocalists of all time, singers who never quite got the credit they earned, but whose voices helped shape the very soul of rock music.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
John Bush, Armored Saint Anthrax, the unsung shouter. John Bush helped define the sound of 80s and 90s metal with a voice that was raw, gritty, and powerful. While he spent time fronting Anthrax during a critical period, his work is often overshadowed by both his predecessors and successors. Bush's voice is commanding and charismatic, but he's rarely included in the broader conversation about great metal vocalists. As the unsung shouter, he brought heart and fire to every line he ever screamed. Nine, Chris Cornell, Soundgarden audio slave, and the Sonic Flame. Chris Cornell's voice was a mix of beauty and brutality, capable of gut-wrenching screams and soulful croons. While many recognize his talent, he's still criminally underappreciated when compared to his grunge-era peers like Cobain or Vedder. Songs like a Stone and Black Hole Sun show the full depth of his emotional expression. As the Sonic Flame, Cornell's voice remains one of rock's most haunting and powerful instruments. Robin Xander, Cheap Trick, the Power Pop Prowler. Robin Xander's voice helped define Cheap Trick's infectious blend of hard rock and pop. With a sharp edge and emotional range, Xander delivered hits like I Want You to Want Me, Surrender with both power and vulnerability. Despite the band's commercial success, Xander is rarely recognized as a vocal heavyweight. As the Power Pop Prowler, he brought nuance to an often overlooked genre and made it unforgettable. Glenn Hughes, Deep Purple, Black Country Communion, the godfather of range. Glenn Hughes is often praised by fellow musicians, but the general public rarely acknowledges just how dynamic his voice is. Known as the bassist and co-vocalist for Deep Purple during the mid-70s, Hughes brought unmatched vocal versatility, capable of soaring highs, gritty growls, and emotional falsetto. Even today, Hughes continues to tour and perform with a voice that seems immune to age. As the godfather of range, his name should be spoken alongside the very best. Six, Terry Reid, the voice that could have been. Terry Reid turned down the offer to front Led Zeppelin, and while that's the fact most people know, his vocals are what truly deserve the spotlight. With a blend of blues, soul, and psych rock, Reid's voice could go from soothing to volcanic in seconds. He had all the tools to become a household name, but fate took him down a quieter path. As the voice that could have been, Reid remains a cult legend, still revered by those in the know. Rogers' Bad Company, The Velvet Thunder. Paul Rogers is the man behind classics like All Right Now and Feel Like Making Love, and his bluesy, soulful voice has influenced countless rock vocalists. His tone is smooth, confident, and commanding, but he's often excluded from conversations about top-tier rock singers. Even Freddie Mercury once referred to Rogers as one of his favorite singers. As The Velvet Thunder, Paul Rogers' voice proves that sometimes greatness speaks softly yet powerfully. Ann Wilson Hart, the Siren of the Storm. Ann Wilson's powerful voice led Hart to international success in the 70s and 80s, but she often gets overlooked in lists of top rock vocalists, especially compared to her male peers. With a voice that can pierce through walls or soothe a soul, she brought both might and melody to hits like Barracuda and Alone. Her vocal power and range rival anyone in the industry, and she still delivers powerhouse performances today. As the head Siren of the Storm, Ann Wilson deserves her place among the greatest voices in rock. Doug Pinnick, King's X, the soul of heavy rock. Doug Pinnick brings an unmatched blend of soul, gospel, and hard rock into his vocals. With a tone that can be both soaring and gritty, he brought spiritual depth and emotional complexity to King's X, a band credited with influencing grunge pioneers like Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains. Despite his influence, Pinnick rarely receives mainstream praise. As the soul of heavy rock, his voice stands as a testament to emotional power and vocal originality in the world of heavy music. Myles Kennedy, Alter Bridge. He is the titan in the shadows. Myles Kennedy's range, control, and power are on par with the greatest in the genre. As the frontman of Alter Bridge and frequent collaborator with Slash, his vocal ability is unmatched, yet somehow he's often overlooked in discussions of modern rock legends. From falsetto highs to gritty lows, Kennedy delivers consistently spectacular performances both live and in the studio. As the titan in the shadows, his voice roars with passion, deserving of far more recognition than he often receives. Jeff Buckley, the Heavenly Howler. Jeff Buckley had a voice that sounded like it came from another dimension, angelic yet full of raw human emotion. Though he's often praised for his haunting cover of Hallelujah, his full range, especially on tracks like Grace, shows a vocalist who could shift from delicate whispers to operatic power without effort. His tragic early death left fans with only a glimpse of his potential. As the Heavenly Howler, Buckley remains one of the most beautifully expressive voices in rock, one who left too soon, yet whose influence lingers. These voices may not always make the front page, but they've echoed through our speakers, soundtracked our memories, and inspired generations of rock lovers. Now it's time they get the respect they've long deserved. Which underrated vocalist do you think should have made the list? Drop your picks in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into music history.